People say, well, how am I supposed to honor this person that I'm supposed to honor and they didn't fulfill? The way you honor them is forgiveness. And that is...
Can you say that again?
The way you honor someone is forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's how I honor my mom. And it's sad because, we talked about addicts last week and we were like, a lot of people just see them as their addiction. And a lot of people see my mom, and I did for a long time, as her disorder. But I had to look past that and go, there were moments, glimpses of my mom being a very loving mom who cared.
She does love you.
She does. The way that she can, she does.
She does.
That woman bit a girl's face for me. Hi, welcome to Simply 1%. I'm Wendolyn Pascal, a life development coach who helps people better understand themselves and others through the framework of motivational gifts. And my co-host is Meredith Richards, a licensed marriage and family therapist and communication coach. We're just two people who don't have life completely figured out. What we have gained is perspective along the way through giving ourselves grace and extending that grace to others. We're here to encourage those 1% shifts that over time can lead to meaningful transformation. Maybe that's through asking better questions. Maybe that's laughing at ourselves when we need to. Maybe that's taking ownership or simply seeing things through a different lens. That journey looks different for everyone, but we're here for it. So grab your cup of coffee, fold your laundry, go for your walk, or let us be your passenger on your way to work, and get ready for what feels like a free therapy session in every episode. And one more thing, if you're listening to us on one of our other platforms, we would love for you to join us on YouTube. That's where we're putting most of our energy these days. And if you like the conversation that you hear today, hit subscribe and come hang out. All right, let's get into this simply 1% at a time. Welcome to Simply 1%. Meredith and I are together. We're looking at each other right now.
We are. Fondly.
Finally. And I'm very grateful for it. And it's hotter than Satan's nipple here. But she's here in the South.
I am.
I love being here for the 4th of July.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, it's 130 degrees here in North Carolina.
At least.
At the least.
Yeah.
At the least.
Yeah.
Well, walking up my neighborhood, I was like, what is sticky on the bottom of my shoe? I got home. My husband was like, let me see. He's like, well, it looks like some of the road melted and it's on your shoe.
Oh, is that what it was?
Satan's nipple. And I feel like I should introduce you guys to someone today because this person has a very special place in my heart. And when I say my heart, we're talking in there. Like Meredith says, in there, in the valves.
Get in.
Do you want to know? I mean,
I don't know what Wendolyn has planned for today. I just want everyone to know this. I'm perfectly okay with it. I think that I'm usually on the other side. So you go, and I'm going along for the ride.
I'm taking advantage of Meredith because this heat has made her delusional. She's like, I'm Delulu. Do whatever you want. And I'm like, well, if you're going to let me do whatever I want. Oh, did y'all see my mug? It's my husband. He's delicious. He's going to be on a podcast next, too. Delicious. But I do need to introduce you guys to a member of my family.
What
you
is
ready?
It? Oh, yes. Yes. Bless him.
He's framed, and he will remain framed in my home. Does anybody want to take a guess as to who this is?
Oh, I know who it is.
Willis Carrier. Willie. I call him Willie. Willie.
God bless Willie.
God bless Willie Vanilli. Love him. He will be framed in my house because if there has ever been a week and a half that I have been so thankful for air conditioning, I'm pretty convinced. Listen, y'all, I need to tell you something. I'm a pretty modest woman. I keep myself together. But if you were to say to Gwendolyn, you're going to have to run around naked for a week on the streets of North Carolina, and then you can have air conditioning for the rest of your life, I'll do it. Y'all about to see something. Because I would do it.
What do I have to do to have?
Okay, here's a question. I already asked Meredith and my children this question today, and the question was, you can have air conditioning, but it smells like a fart. Would you do it? My daughter had a tough time with this one. I was like, bring on the rotten eggs. I would take it.
Oh man, I know many of you out there are thinking there is a better invention
There is.
than air conditioning. And it's not even in this moment, Gwendolyn, that we can't think of one. It is
It does
something we
exist.
even talk about in the winter, where we are still grateful for air conditioning.
Still. No, in the winter, it could be colder. I'm not going to say it. It could be very cold. It could be below 10 degrees below. And I'm like, do you remember how happy I am about air conditioning?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, in the winter, I get cold to the bone and I got to take a nice hot bath. So it's not that I don't get cold, people. It's just that I hate the heat so much,
So much.
that I'm so thankful.
I feel assaulted.
Oh, straight up kicked in the behind.
Yeah.
Straight up kicked
I
in
do.
the
I feel
behind.
assaulted when I walk outside into this North Carolina air.
Yes. Yes. It feels
Yeah.
like you get slapped in the face by humidity. It's
Yeah.
just like,
Mhm.
so I'm very thankful for Willis, for Willie, for Willie Vanilli. I love him. He will always be framed in my home from
Yes.
now on. Because I want people to understand. Okay, here's a question for you, Meredith. I would take if air conditioning, if the only way we could have air conditioning, if it smelled like a big old rotten egg, I would take it.
Yeah.
I feel like eventually your nose hairs would
I
just
would do
singe
too.
to the point
Yeah.
where you don't smell it anymore. You're
Right.
like, we all smell like rotten eggs, but we're happy.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Listen,
There's not swass. There's not the mustache is not sweating.
when one of my friends says to me the moment it turns hot, when he says to me, "Where's Winter Meredith?"
She's gone.
Where did Winter Meredith go?
She's gone. She ain't coming back until it's 50 degrees.
That's it. That's it.
Oh.
And it's not like I'm conscious of this.
Mm-mm.
I know that how much I hate the heat and like how much it changes me. And I have been apologetic over the years, and I still am apologetic about it because I don't like how I get. And it's a serious thing. Like I feel like my worst self in the heat.
It needs to be in the DSM-5, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a disorder. But I wonder if it's part of like SAD. The seasonal. Remember when I
is.
told you that it exists.
Yeah.
Like seasonal affective disorder exists in the summer.
Oh, my husband has it. Every about May 15th, he's like,
I
"It's
diagnosed him
starting."
with it.
Yeah.
Because I get it.
It starts.
It's really May 15th, did you say?
Yes,
Yeah,
about
yeah.
May 15th, he's like, all my seeds are planted, and now I'm sad. We have a room in my house, just so you guys understand. It's called The Cave.
Mm-hmm.
And we have decorated it with like winter pictures.
Amazing.
It's dark. You know, you have the blackout curtains. We have a curtain that separates it from the whole house. My husband, I've walked in. He's put the air conditioning down to 65 and he's watching snow shows. He's like, I'm pretending it's snowing outside. I'm like, I don't blame you.
He loves that Gilmore Girl episode about snow.
Oh, yeah, snow. And then anything that we watch Alaska shows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We have to.
Yeah. Listen, everybody has their limit. You have your limit with temperature. The way that we feel about the cold is probably the way someone feels about the heat.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, most people love a beach. Really, a lot of people will choose the ocean over the mountains, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because I always feel like I'm the only one in a room about 5,000.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like, give me the mountain.
I'm always going against the herd.
Go to Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Even today, I was invited to St. Thomas. Like, come on down, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, let me tell you what kind of island you can invite me to. That's not it.
No.
That's not it.
Mm-mm.
Now, do I do it?
Would
I do it?
You do.
Absolutely. Do I? So, listen, we could go on and on about this weather thing because it is so well known for me. My family's in Costa Rica right now. They're like, Meredith, we didn't even invite you. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. An invite, fine. Like, I still like to say no.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But whatever. No, I mean, they always want to go on family vacations to hot places.
Mm.
And I've done it. You know that I've done it. For family, I will do anything that is a value and a priority for me. I do it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I will even do it without like a tude. I'm just, I never like really did it before where I wanted everyone to be miserable. It's just comes out. I can't help it. Like the sand is everywhere and it's uncomfortable. Like the sun is a nightmare. Like I want to be a vampire. Like
We're too pale skinned to be out in the sun.
Yeah. We've talked about this for a long time. We understand this,
We
guys.
had an umbrella today walking my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just so you understand.
Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring that back.
I know. Where are those? The parasols.
I will.
They were protecting their skin back in the day. We need to do that.
Yeah, we do. And, you know, there's a reason why Joe and I got married in Seward, Alaska in June.
Mm-hmm.
One, I was like, I don't want swass on my wedding day or a sweat stash. Don't want it. Two, I'm like, if this man's going to be seeing me naked for the first time, I don't want to feel bloated. Because that's what he does to you. Your fingers. I can't even wear rings in the summer because I'm like, get them off of me. Like
touch me.
Oh, but even my bracelets, I took them off the other day because I felt claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Because I feel swollen.
I feel claustrophobic in clothing.
I feel swollen. So I was like, no, I'm not getting married in June anywhere in the other states. I'm not doing it.
No.
The other 49, I'm not doing it. And we were so happy the fact that it was just, and guys, it was beautiful. It was Seward, and we were on the beach getting married. He wore a flannel. I wore like a little flannel and a cute little skirt. And there was whales in the background bubbling. There was an eagle circling around us. It rained just a little bit while the sun was out. The temperature was beautiful. And I was so happy because it wasn't hot.
Yeah.
With this hair, do you think I can handle heat? Have y'all seen my husband? He's a freaking Viking. Oh, so anyway, all this to say, I'm going to say this. Again, I feel like we need to honor the great Willie Vanilli. I like
Willie
that.
Vanilli.
I like the nickname. I like it. He's going on the family shelf over there. Like,
Yes.
I'm not joking. Like, I feel like, and there's a reason, right? Because I want to remember to be thankful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
We talked about this the other day, and that's what this episode is about. Because you've heard Meredith and I right now, we're just going on and on about the heat and how we want to murder things and people during the heat.
And it's not your fault. We know it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
It's not.
If Meredith comes after you with a knife, it's not your fault.
It's not.
You just got to run faster than she is.
Just
She's
be-
fast. And she's muscular. Y'all, she's a strong woman. So y'all better run. She's abnormally strong for a woman. I think you get that from your dad. I feel like he's like naturally
We're
strong.
Vikings. We're Vikings.
Yes, you are Vikings.
We are. I do feel like that.
I feel like I need to say this even though it doesn't match. Huzzah. Like, huzzah. It's true. Like, she's abnormally strong and she works at it. So if y'all see her running in the heat, you better run. She might be coming after you just because she's angry. And I'm angry. I'll be behind her, but I got hip problems, or like my mom would say, heme problems. And I'm not as strong as she is. I'm actually very weak, which is fine. But so this week we're talking about thankfulness. And I am thankful for the air conditioning. I am thankful for the 4th of July that we, even though we hate the heat,
Yes.
we went and saw fireworks we just pushed through it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't like crowds. I don't like crowds. We pushed through it. My husband was a little pissy at the beginning. And then he was like, I'm sorry. Why? Traffic.
He didn't really know
The
what to
unknown.
expect.
He didn't know what to expect. There's a lot of people. My husband's always on guard. He's always like, what? It's head on a swivel, people. He's like, what's going on? So if there's a lot going on, he's overwhelmed and overstimulated, and he's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, I'm sure there was chafing going involved in this whole deal. But we were thankful for the day. We were thankful for the children, for the time together.
It really wasn't that bad, though.
I feel like that had mostly to do with our attitudes.
I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you.
What we're getting into. Just tell me what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Right?
I have to prepare myself for days if I know I'm going to be out in the heat.
Yeah.
I do. But I love the 4th of July, and I love fireworks, and to experience that with you guys especially the kids for the first time, and to see Layla just see it, like to see the magic in it and to be there with her and to see that was just so sweet. She loved it.
You guys remind me of each other so much because you and Layla are very thankful for fireworks and sunsets.
Yeah. I love a sunset.
You do, and you're very thankful.
I chase them.
You have a lot of gratitude when you're watching one. Like you change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There aren't many things in life that will just come over me and I feel calm. Yeah, sunsets are significant for me. It's calm, but I think it's also being present. I think I can really be present. You know, like I always have to have so many things going on at the same time in order to focus. And with a sunset, I don't necessarily have to have that. But when I think of it now, there are so many rituals I have around the sunsets that I like.
Really?
Yeah. My favorite sunset is in Porto on the most popular bridge there, and that's my favorite one. It's just absolutely stunning. It's always stunning. And I like to get my favorite wine and make sure that it's like the perfect temperature. And then there's a place that I go and I get food, and I'm always there with a stranger. I meet somebody in Porto or along the way and I introduce them to this sunset. And I don't know, it has the best feeling. It's important to have these moments in your life that you look forward to, even if it's only going to be a couple times a year.
Yeah.
We always have to have things to look forward to, and not because we're not grateful in the moment or for every day, right?
Yeah.
There's a measure of gratitude where sometimes we have to manipulate it. We have to remember why it's wonderful to be alive.
Yeah.
We have to remember why we're still here. We have to have hope and what we're looking forward to. The little things every day I remember in the middle of New York City when it was snowing this past year, and just sitting there and being grateful that I was in the heat, actually, that I was in the warmth, because so many people didn't have that. And just stopping to think, like, the things that we take for granted every day, we do need to measure it. We do need to recognize it. Yeah.
You have to take time to figure out what you're thankful for. And I would even say be specific.
Yeah.
How many times have we asked couples, what do you like about the other person? And you'll hear couples say, oh, good wife, good mother, whatever. Please be specific.
And not necessarily for the role that someone plays.
No. Oh, well done.
Really.
That's great.
When we're talking about characteristics about a person, what are you thankful for in a person? It's not necessarily what they do or the role that they play. It's really about who they are.
Yeah.
And you can be thankful for the role they play too. I mean, it's not easy, a lot of the roles that we have,
Right.
And our roles require certain responsibilities, and we do. And another subject here, we do need to recognize the everyday that someone does because they have to, and yet we can still say thank you for it.
Yeah.
Going back to couples, Wendolyn, when I talk about gratitude and recognizing what we appreciate about the other person, even something that they do every day that they have to do. And I said, well, do you recognize that? And the spouse might say, they don't have to. I mean, that's just something I should do. And I'm like, well, what does it hurt?
Right. Yeah.
Yet you're here in my office because you don't feel seen and you don't feel heard.
Yeah.
You don't feel special. You don't feel like you matter. You lost your significance. You don't feel respected or trusted. And you're going to say, oh, they don't need to thank me for the thing that I do every day. I don't know. I think there's a mismatch there.
Yeah.
I do think that we start taking those small pieces of our lives for granted. And it goes on a conveyor belt, It's the treadmill of life.
Yeah.
no one has to do anything that they do for us or for the family or
So
for
true.
our home. No one has to do. People are like, yes, Meredith, we have to. I said, you don't.
People don't do it all the time.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. You don't have to do it. No, but I have to, or else, like, I said, yes, but you have to understand that you're still making this choice every day
Yeah.
to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just grateful all the time that people have made those choices in my life. I'm thankful for the childhood that I had because my parents made choices all the time that I knew were sacrifices for them. And I never had to worry or be concerned about being safe
Yeah.
in any way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful for that all the time. I'm great. I'm reminded of that all the time. Yes, is it partly because of the work that we do? Yeah. When I hear people's stories, I'm not saying it was perfect. I'm not saying that we didn't have our things or that I didn't have things growing up as a kid, but you've got to look back. And there are moments where we could look at it in the most negative way possible as a whole.
Yeah.
As a whole.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you can't pick things out of the whole that were good or that you're grateful for.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even with my mom not being the mother that I needed, she had, you know, she has paranoid schizophrenia. So it wasn't like I even had a mom present mentally.
No.
And there was a lot of things there that we were left on our own a lot of times. It just was not a good situation. But I am thankful that my sister and I did learn valuable lessons from that.
Mm-hmm.
People say, well, how am I supposed to honor this person that I'm supposed to honor and they didn't fulfill? The way you honor them is forgiveness.
Hmm.
And that
Can
is
you say that again?
the way you honor someone is forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's how I honor my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad because, we talked about addicts last week and we were like, a lot of people just see them as their addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people see my mom, and I did for a long time, as her disorder.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to look past that and go, there were moments, glimpses of my mom being a very loving mom who cared.
She does love you.
She does. The way that she can, she does.
She does.
That woman bit a girl's face for me. So, and if you haven't heard that story, go
What
back.
is that? Like the second episode?
Oh, I don't even know. One of the, yeah.
You need
But
to.
that's the way my mother. So I'm very thankful that though I did see those little glimmers of my mom surfacing. That wasn't her disability.
Let me tell you, I love that. That wasn't her disability or her disorder.
Mm-hmm.
That when people used to say that person is a schizophrenic, right? Now we say, just to put everyone here, in the same direction. Now we say that is a person with schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we distinguish between the two now? Because the role that you play, the mental illness that you have, the diagnosis that you've been given, that is not you.
Mm-hmm.
I am Meredith, who is on the spectrum,
Yeah.
who has ADHD. But I'm not, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but that doesn't define me. That's a part of me,
Yeah.
and to be defined once again by our role, by our diagnosis, is not something that we're looking for when we are saying if we're grateful for a person or not.
I love that.
You can always find something. And if you're not finding something, you got to check yourself.
Yeah. And we're not talking about extreme abuse situations. Let's be clear, guys. Again, I feel like we kind of need to, but with my mom, she wasn't bad to me, if that makes sense. She just wasn't
available.
She just wasn't available. Were there times that she made really bad judgment calls? Yes. It was just, she suffers from something that now I can see and say, you know what? I am really grateful though that I always had food, that I always had a roof over my head, that I always had air conditioning, that I mean, honestly, and now I can look at it and say, okay, could things have gone differently? Sure. But I'm really thankful that she did have these times of protection when it came to me. And my mom, let me tell you something. If you messed with me around her, she'd cut you. And she wouldn't stop cutting. That's the thing. she'd keep cutting. It's not one cut. She'd go
The
after
epitome
you.
of protective. Yes.
I
yes,
mean,
yes.
you know, so
Spanish mother.
Carmen
still a
would be
Spanish
like,
mother, yeah.
with too nice, like she would be like, she's not messing. And I'm very thankful for that. And she does love me. She loves
does.
my sister.
Mm-hmm.
She just struggles with something that can consume her at times. And I do have to have those boundaries. But I'm very thankful that I was able to have the childhood that I have, and I'm able to give my children the childhood that they have.
See, there's perspective. Also, you did have a parent who was involved in that you
Yes.
did, and you had that, and who understood your mother too and her capacity,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm guessing he showed her a lot of grace.
A lot of grace.
And you got to see that. You got to see that, and maybe you misunderstood it at times. I don't know.
Oh, I did. I remember my mom was in the mental hospital, and I didn't want to go see her. And my dad would take us every weekend.
Really?
Every weekend to the mental hospital to see her. And this is a woman who put a bomb under his car when we lived in Greece, that he had to ride his bicycle every day to work because you know, it's okay. It's okay. Listen, it's just so unexpected.
Carmen, listen, these stories, I cannot be more grateful for the
I
stories.
laughed at it. I have laughed at it. So you laughing at it is not.
It's because we've laughed at these things before. We know that she has a dead body.
Now
We know
we
she
know
has
there's
a
a
dead
possible dead body in her basement. But what I'm saying is, because we don't know what happened to the man who owns her land.
We don't.
She's made some comments, but I don't know. Anyway, people are gonna be like, "What? Y'all have no idea.
No.
You have no idea." I could write a book about this woman. Okay,
We might need to.
like, and people meet her and they're like, "She's hilarious." I'm like, "Y'all don't know what she's in Spanish. Of course, y'all think she's hilarious." So anyway, but I remember she treated my dad very badly.
So the bomb under the car.
Bomb under the car. There was one time she injured him severely. Yeah. There were several things that, I mean, it was just being with other men in front of him, like really some tough things that I have forgiven her for. And I remember telling my dad, because I didn't have a connection with my mom,
Yeah.
because I felt like she was never there, you know, but I remember one day, it was after the divorce, and my dad it was Saturday or Sunday, would be like, "You need to call your mom." And I did. And this was back in the day when you didn't have cell phones. So it wasn't like an everyday thing. Right. And I said, I think it was Mother's Day. And I said, "I don't want to call her." And I said, "She's not much of a mother." And this was during the time I was a teenager. They were already divorced. My dad looked at me. He said, "Don't you ever, ever say that again." He's like, "You will pick up that phone and you will say Happy Mother's Day. And you will be happy about it. And you will make her see that she is thought of." I will never forget that. I picked up that phone and I said, "Happy Mother's Day." This is a woman who was abusive to him.
Yeah.
My father never spoke an ill word about my mother. Ever. Ever. My mom tore that man to shreds in front of me. Lord, that poor man don't even know half the things she said. But in front of me, my dad never spoke an ill word about her. And he would say, "Don't you dare speak ill about your mom." That's the kind of father I had.
Yeah.
Did he always do things right? No. Do I always do things right? No. One day I will reunite with him in heaven and I will be like, "Dad, thank you so much." Because there's now times I think about it and I'm like, I didn't thank him for that. I didn't thank him for that. I didn't thank him for this. And I didn't show as much gratitude towards him that I wish I had. And he saved my sister and I from a really hard life. We were not biologically his. And he took us and he fought for us in court.
You would never know that.
I know. My dad never, it wasn't until his
would never know
funeral
that.
that guys from the military came that I had never even heard of and said, "You know, your dad did this, right? You know, your dad, like there's a manual at NASA that we do what he said." Like
he was brilliant.
we
knew this.
He
but
never
he's
told anybody any of this.
humble.
I have so much to thank him for and I didn't. And I heard someone say, "Your dad fought for you so hard." And they said, "Why are you fighting for two girls that aren't biologically yours?" And he said, "Well, if I don't, they will die. They will not be okay." He's like, "And I will fight for them." And I now think about it and I'm like, oh, the things I could have said thank you about. The things I could have said, "Hey, Dad, I didn't realize, and thank you." A thankful heart is so important.
We don't want to be there. We don't want to be there. And I know that you said a lot of good things to your dad, and he knew how grateful you were for him. You were so good to him, and especially with the kids and the way you talk about him. And you don't want to be in this place where you haven't said the things that you want to say to the people that you love the most.
No.
And love is not always something that's felt, right? Love can be in honor. Love can be in respect. Love can be in different forms, like we've talked about also on this podcast. So many of you, maybe you're in this place where you are bitter, you are angry, or you're like, I can't think of one good thing. This is really a moment to challenge yourself. What is it that I can be grateful for in this situation? Because it is the practice that can turn something completely around.
Yeah.
Like, it can.
Yeah.
It can keep you in the moment. It can keep you in the present. The reflection that you have of like, wow, I thought that was awful. But I still had this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
I still felt loved in this way, or when we did this. Perspective, we talk about this all the time. It cannot be more important to live in a practice of perspective and gratitude.
Yeah. I do think of moments with my mom. Like there was this time I was 5 going into kindergarten, I think. And we were at the PX.
PX.
It's on the military base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I remember seeing this backpack, and it was a cat, and it had arms and a head on the backpack and legs. And I cried because I wanted that backpack, but it wasn't because I was being bratty and crying because I wasn't getting something I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It was because I thought the cat had feelings. We've talked about this. I thought couches had feelings, all the things. Okay. Yeah, we talked about this in another podcast. But I felt
still don't know
so
what to do.
bad. It had sad eyes. And my daughter does the same thing. She's like, it has sad eyes. I need it. It needs me. Yeah. I cried. I remember crying in the PX, and my mom knew. She knew I wasn't being bratty. She was like, I'll get it for you. So it's times like that where I go,
Find a time.
She saw me.
Yes.
That was a moment she was able to snap out of what she was going through.
Yeah.
And she saw me. And if it is hard to find gratitude, sometimes you need to do it through humor.
Oh.
Humor is so great. My sister and I will get together and be like, Mom, like our mom. Like one time we were at Golden Corral. And my mom was like, yeah, look at my new bra. And she just flipped up her whole shirt. Showed the whole Golden Corral what was going on. And so Belinda and I, my sister
What do
and
you
I,
think of these?
yeah, we're like, Mom. We grabbed her shirt and shoved it down. And she was like, nada pasa. She's like, nothing happens. Anda, vete. Like she was like, go. But we find humor in that. And we're like, okay, so Mom talks to the squirrels in the park because she thinks that there's little angels watching after her. Okay. That's really like a hard thing. Or I can go, you know what? My mom just talked to a squirrel. She told him, I'll see you later, man. I'll see you. I'll see you on the path of righteousness.
You've always wanted a pet squirrel.
Listen, I have always wanted a pet squirrel. So you can find humor. My sister and I will laugh about my mom, not at her, but about the things that we're like, we can cry or we can laugh and just find thankfulness in that moment.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like we go on vacations and we're like, oh my gosh, that was such a terrible vacation, right? It was a vacation. There's got to be something that was good. Or the fact that you could just even stop your daily life to go, right? Now, this isn't always going to resolve everything. We're not saying that this is it. We're not saying that this is the antidote to all things negative. Like, because we're not into toxic positivity, everybody. It's completely different. This is a practice. This is a discipline. This is, man, I'm so thankful that the AC is still working because it has been so hot and it could go out at any time. And I'm so grateful that it hasn't. And, you know, I have to say, I'm very grateful for Wendolyn too, always. And especially in this past week, because
I'm not
the
messing.
extremes that Wendolyn
I'm not messing.
has gone through to keep this house cool and from breaking down is beyond anything that I've ever seen. was it tinfoil
I have tinfoil
on the window?
on the windows.
We have not used the oven.
No,
We have
you
not.
use oven.
No, we
No,
haven't used the
ma'am.
oven.
Mm-mm.
When we go in and out, it's a very, like, you plan your trips
You
going
better
out
be
the
in
door.
single file, and you better be quick. My children are scared at this point. I'm like, you will get through that door quick.
And listen, you're right. You're right with everything that you've decided and the way that you've kept this house comfortable for everyone. I do really appreciate it. It's no small thing. It wasn't just like turning on the switch, and Gwendolyn really thought of everything, and she usually does. You usually do. And when you're talking about your childhood, and I think about everything that you think of before we leave the house. Does that come from there then? I mean, did you have to be super hyper vigilant because of your mom, and it, like, you gathered a lot of that stuff then?
I mean, I grew up pretty quick, right? So
Yeah.
I was, 11 making dinner. Like, I remember being very young, and I was like, oh, I'm going to ground some ground beef, some, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I did, but I think with me, it is a little OCD.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of that.
Yep.
A sprinkle. It's like,
Yeah, well,
ever.
we're grateful for it.
Yeah, this is the thing. You can't, yes, because, I mean, hello, we've talked about my obsession with people choking. Did my husband choke and I saved his life? Yes,
you
ma'am.
did.
Why?
You
Because
did.
I knew what to do, because I was obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, there are things that I am more cautious about because, my house was broken into several times growing up, so the doors being locked, things like that.
Oh,
There are,
several times.
oh, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
When you were
Well,
home?
one time I think it was my mom's boyfriend, but I'm not really sure. And she was still married at the time. But
We'll never
Carmen
know.
does Carmen. So Carmen does Carmen. So anyway, I mean, there are things that, from my childhood, I'm probably a little bit more head on a swivel.
Yeah. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I am. I am. I think about this when I'm with your children and you guys get to go on your dates, and I'm like, I hope Gwendolyn knows that I'm her level of safety when she's not here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would never want anything to happen to your home, especially your children. And it raises like but I learned that from you of like what to look for. And even throughout my life, you've kept me safe in so many situations. We've talked about this in the podcast time and time again, but and I actually am grateful too that you and Joe trust me with that. That's no small thing.
We're thankful for you that you actually do that. I think a lot of times people are like, well, when they're with me, I can do whatever I want. But you don't do that. Like, you conform to what we want, and we're very thankful for that.
I do.
Because a lot of people can just be like, they're not around. Gwendolyn's too, worried about things.
I'm an extension of the two of you. That's I bring my own flair.
Yeah, listen, my children too, like my daughter says, you don't have to tell me twice. That's what Layla says. Tell them about the hotel and what you said about the money in the drawer. This is an extension.
I don't even remember.
We were at a hotel and Layla opened a drawer and you said, what if you opened that drawer and there was like $1,000 in there? What would you do?
She said she'd close it?
She'd close it. And she said, I'm not touching it. It could be laced with something. I said, girl, that's my girl.
That's so right.
She's 8. She's 8. She's like, I'm touching it. It could be laced with something.
She sure did.
She sure did.
It did not even occur to me. It didn't even cross my mind that that's a situation.
No, she thought she'd be like, I'm going to go buy me some stuffies. No, Layla was like, that's laced with some drugs. But she doesn't say it in a fearful way. No. It's just like, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
And I'm not a dummy. She's like, you don't have to tell me twice. Do not have to tell me.
What did Charlie say? Did I ask Charlie?
I think he said he would invest it.
Yeah.
Remember, he always says, I'm going to buy land. He's his father. Layla's like, I'm not touching that. That's got some stank on it. Charlie? He's like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to buy some land.
I'm going to use gloves.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, what if it was drug money and they're coming back for it? He's like, I'd spend it before they come back. I'm like, that's my point. He's more of the, Layla's like, So yes, I mean, but I am thankful for people could probably roll their eyes at me and be like, oh, she's this, worrisome person when it comes to her children. You're right. They're the most important thing to me. And this is what I always tell people. When you value something, you sacrifice everything for it. Also, when you value something, if you truly value it, right, you guard it, you protect it, but you also find things to be thankful about it.
Right. Well, this makes me think of the parent who isn't home a lot because they work to provide for their family. And like, I really miss mom, or I really miss dad. They're at work all the time.
Yeah.
And then you look around, you're like, we wouldn't have this.
Yeah.
Or I'm thankful that they're able to work.
Yeah.
Now, do we look at that and we think, okay, could we live in less? Could they work less? Could we have our parents? There's all these situations, but you guys know what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you can't have it all ways. You can't have it all ways. This does go back to values and priorities, and really preserving that and knowing what's important to you. And when we talk about money, right? When they say that money, let's say the love of money is the root of all evil, right? And when we talk about gratitude and money, it's like, do we ever have enough? Or I have enough, and yet I'm still not grateful. And I've always thought that if I have this amount of money and I'm living this life, like, I'll be so happy, and there's nothing. And yet we know very wealthy people who are not living in gratitude.
Yeah. Some of the saddest people I know have a lot of money.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. So,
and it doesn't mean just because you have money that you're a sad, pathetic person. That's not what we're saying.
When we talk about giving with a grateful heart.
Yeah.
I love that.
I also know people who are wealthy who have a very different perspective. They are so thankful for the things that they have in front of them.
Right.
That, money isn't what made them thankful. But it was their spirit. It was a spirit of thankfulness that they have.
A spirit of giving. We talk about that, right? Giving with a grateful heart.
Yeah.
Everything could be taken away in a moment, and not just with money, like health, right? Everything. So I'm really glad that you wanted to do this today, Wendolyn, because I think we all need this reminder of, if you could just take a moment right now and focus on where you are. Are you driving a car? What kind of car? Are you in air conditioning in your car? If you're at home, you have a phone where you can just take a moment right now and list all of the things that you're grateful for that you might take for granted every day. All the things that you could list, I bet it could go on and on. That's what we're talking about today. What has gone unsaid? What have you not said yet to someone in gratitude?
Yeah.
What's your relationship like to money? What's your relationship like to stuff?
Yeah.
To your history, to the person next to you right now. When's the last time you wanted to show appreciation for just the daily of the person who shows up in your life?
All right, quick pause before we keep going. If you're enjoying this conversation, we want to ask you for a small favor. Go ahead and follow the podcast and leave us a review. Those reviews actually tell us that these conversations are reaching and helping people. And that matters to us, because doing this takes time out of our day, our week, and sometimes it takes our sanity. So if something you've heard here has helped you think differently, have a better conversation, or even just feel a little less crazy in your life, take 10 seconds and leave us a review. It helps the show grow and lets us know that it's worth continuing. Plus, Meredith says leaving a review is a healthy relational behavior, and I'm pretty sure therapists know things. And honestly, it's a nice way to say keep going without having to send us baked goods, although we accept those too. All right, now back to the conversation before we get off track, which is completely typical of us.
If you're having a tough time thinking about things you're thankful for, think about the times that you were irritated and what was missing in that moment. that you now have. For instance, me, if I don't have a blanket on me while I'm watching TV, even if it's a thin blanket, I'm restless. I'm really thankful for my blankets. It sounds little. It sounds small. It's not. It is a perspective of saying, I'm really grateful for things that go unnoticed all the time. Pay attention to the times that you're irritated.
Yes.
Like, what am I lacking here that I usually have? And I need to be thankful for that.
It just always wanting one thing more. Right? Like
I'm guilty
and
of
it's
that.
not wrong to want these things.
Right.
I'm not saying it's wrong to like have these material things that you want, or to like finish a set,
Yeah.
like nothing is wrong. Like, I'm not saying just be happy that you have the 11, you could have the 12. No, it's not that. It's just it really changes your outlook on yourself, on the world, people, a place. It really, truly does. And when you said the things that let's say the things that happen and you want to find gratitude or forgiveness in something, right, that happened, I also want to say what didn't happen, something that you wanted to happen and you're like, oh man, I was praying for this, or I was longing for this, and it never happened. And we look at that as maybe a missed opportunity sometimes, or like that could have been my life. And yet if we looked at it in the other way of that didn't happen, and because that didn't happen, I'm here right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we fight for that thing sometimes that we always wanted to go to medical school, right? Not me, but I know people like always wanted to go to medical school. They took that test over and over again. They studied really hard. They did the interviews and they never got in.
Yeah.
And yet now they're grateful that they never did that, because they never would have discovered what type of person they are, this love for making things and construction and these beautiful carved cabinets, in a kitchen, and just the way that they use their hands. They never knew that that's something they had inside them that they loved.
Yeah.
Right. And it was that medical school goal. Like, that's what I thought I always wanted to do. And you wanted to reach that. And then when it wasn't given to you, you had to pivot big time. And when you had to, it put you on this different path. And now he's like so grateful that he didn't do that. Right. And I just think about what you maybe were not able to achieve or do or accomplish, and think about what that has done for you.
Yeah.
One of my favorite moments lately was when I got to take the twins. When I took the twins to the Lego show, and then we went to a restaurant, and then we all of the things that we did that day. So many exciting things, but it was the moment when we all sat down and we were eating together. And the twins' friend said, "Oh my gosh, I've had the best day. Thank you so much for taking us out." And I mean, guys, this was like, these kids have everything. They really can do whatever they want, And for a 12-year-old to say, "Thank you so much for doing all of this for us." And we still had more to go. He could not have been happier. And even if we didn't have more to do, like what we had already done was enough. The twins were grateful, and his brother was, and so these four kids, 10 and 12, to just say how grateful they are. And they weren't prompted. To not be prompted at that age it just warms your heart, right? It just warms your heart, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe they are learning something. I have to say, my mom could not have been a better teacher of this in our home. She would ask us every day, "What are you grateful for today? What are you thankful for today?"
Of course, Bon did.
Of course she did.
Yeah.
She does it with the twins. After, a day together, whatever. Okay, guys, 3 things. And they know it's coming.
Yeah.
And they think of it. And they always think of new. They always think of something new. That is a practice. That is an attitude. That is just like, a lens. That's a lens.
It is a lens.
It's a lens. I'm going to go through my day thinking about what I get to do.
I've heard your mom even say, if something's bothering her, something's wrong, she'll say it, but she goes, but you know what? I'm thankful for da 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 da.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
she'll find something
Oh,
in it
yeah.
that she's
Absolutely.
very thankful for.
Oh, 100%.
Mhm.
She's not going to let much steal her joy.
Yeah.
She's not.
No,
Mm-mm. And you know what? That's a choice.
it is a choice.
That is a choice. It's not really in my mom's personality. I know people think this about my mom, like just naturally, joyful or positive or open, or it's not. It's not. It's a practice in my mom because it's important for her to show up that way in life.
It's a discipline.
It's a discipline.
It's a discipline. It's
100%.
It is a choice. It's a discipline, and she chooses to do that.
She does.
And her story is not for us to tell, but she comes from what she comes from, and look at her. Look at that attitude.
Listen.
Look at her, how she's intentional.
Yes.
About gratitude.
Mm-hmm. If there's anything that you get out of this today, and if we talk about our 1%, we have dropped many of those 1% nugs today, I would say. Take a moment, look around you, name what you're thankful for in this moment. Second, choose to be grateful. Make it a choice. Choose that lens. What do I get to do? What am I grateful for? Not what am I not grateful for? What else would you say, Wendolyn?
I would say let irritation about something be an invitation to find something you're grateful for. See it as an invitation. I'm not saying ignore the fact that something's bothering you. That's not what we're doing.
No.
What we're saying is it's also a choice to say, yeah, this is going on, but. But.
Yeah.
I also have this. Yeah.
I love this. Look, I had no idea what we were talking about today.
And
let's
Willie
not
did.
forget. Let's not forget Willie. Thank you so much,
forget
Willie.
what. Go ahead.
Your,
He's joining.
thank you so much, Willie, for your perseverance, for your mind, your engineering skills, your willingness to fail, I'm sure multiple times, to give us the most delicious, as you said earlier today, the most delicious invention of all time, air conditioning.
I don't think there would be many men or any man that my husband would be like, yeah, you can kiss him. I think he'd let me. He'd be like, go ahead.
Your husband actually might do it.
My husband might be like, you know what, sir? You know what, Willie?
Really, though, what is it? What is the invention that you are grateful for?
Ooh, I like
we would
that.
love to hear from you.
Thanks so much for spending time with us. We hope today's conversation gave you something to think about, something practical to try, or maybe just the reminder that you're not alone in what you're walking through. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to support the podcast, one of the best ways you can help is by following or subscribing wherever you listen. And if your podcast platform allows it, leaving a rating or a review really does help more people discover these conversations. If someone came to mind while you were listening, we'd love for you to share this episode with them. You never know how one conversation can make someone feel seen. Remember, you don't have to change everything today. Just focus on the next 1%. We'll see you next time.